let's start it up, buddy.
Let's do it.
Hey, what's up, everyone? How you doing? Welcome to OK Bud, the podcast where everything's gonna be okay, bud. I'm Ben Kissel on Instagram at BenKissel1. As always, joined by Jerry Aquino.
Hello, hello.
At Miss_Jerry, that's Jerii. And Kyle Plouffe at Kyle Plouffe.
Hey.
Thank you all so much for watching live on Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/diebud and watch the show live. We're also releasing 2 weeks later a couple of snippets from each episode on the OK Bud YouTube page.
Yeah.
So go rate and review, subscribe, and click and kiss the screen. Share.
Mwah.
Do all those great things. Also, if you want to shoot us an email, okbudpod@gmail.com.
Don't we have an email?
That's our email.
That's the email.
No, we have an email.
We have an email. Yes, we do have an email.
Wow.
Yes, correct.
Yes,
Give me some credit sometimes.
yes, we do. This comes in from Haley Cron. It's a story about Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
What?
And we've been discussing Ted Bundy a little bit with the Brian Koberger case because they both have stupid strong person jaw, stupid weak man jaw.
Was it weak man or is it strong man?
Yes.
It's stupid smart guy jaw.
Okay. Is it like like butt chinny?
It's butt chinny, chiseled, but not because they did anything to work on it.
Okay.
I don't know. So anyway, Haley says, love the show. Thank you for the daily smiles. Thank you so much for listening. She says, I want to share with you my Ted Bundy story. This occurred back in the 70s. She's referring to a friend of hers when she's talking here. She says, back in the 70s, when she was in her early 20s, she was taking classes at the Portland Community College. Hey, all right, very good. The campus she was attending is in a wooded area, which seems to be a theme in all of the scary stories we've gotten so far.
Wooded areas.
I'm starting to think maybe we should start deforesting everything.
Oh my God. No, that's not. That's for
Raise the forest.
Yeah, well, we cut down 10 acres and we found 15 guys having sex with all these bodies.
Yeah.
God damn it, they're ruining our habitat as serial killers.
And an otter.
Seriously, they're technically bad for the climate.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to be a serial killer out there. They're taking the trees from them. So the campus she was attending is in a wooded area, and I believe it was quiet at the time. She had brown hair parted down the middle, which is the way Bundy liked it. So she was in a parking lot, heading to her car when he approached her. He was wearing an arm brace and asked her for help. He says, help him get his books out from the back of his car. He pointed to his car, which was the cream-colored VW Bug.
Whoa.
Which I will say, great headroom. So that's probably why he used that.
Especially when you have no head.
Yes.
Yikes.
And the VW Bug had its passenger seat removed, which that's not good.
Oh, like in that car in that movie, Bulletproof?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
it bulletproof?
It could be bulletproof.
Yeah, but it's that Tarantino movie where the guy removes the seat and it's like a stunt-proof car, but only if you're in the driver's seat.
Yes. Was that bulletproof?
What's it called?
No, I think it was something like.
It was Dude, Where's My Passenger Seat, I think.
Yeah,
No,
Dude,
it
Where's
was
My
with Kurt.
Passenger
It was Kurt Russell, right?
Yes, check that out for us, Kyle. You have the Google machine.
That's true.
So
Machine it up.
she goes on. She was surprised and in a hurry. So she didn't lose sight of her common sense. She responded, death proof.
Death
death
proof.
proof.
That's
Yeah.
what it was. Death proof.
We got there. We always do.
Yeah.
So the passenger seat was removed. She was surprised and in a hurry, but she didn't lose sight of her common sense. She responded by saying, well, how did you get the books into the back of the car?
Oh.
Which I love. And then dumb Bundy's like, oh, I never thought about that.
Tried him. That's a really good point, because the first thing I thought of when he asked that was like, why are you, a man, asking me, a woman, for help with books?
Because he's got his little shoulder in a sling.
Interesting.
But he's got a full other hand.
Who helped you get them in?
So boom,
Yes.
she stumped him.
Death proof.
He didn't seem to expect this, and she saw someone walking up in a distance, so she was able to break away from the conversation and get away from him. She said she was never able to forget his face. She was so creeped out by him. She also said He had the saddest eyes she had ever seen,
Ooh.
like looking at a
Whoa.
man without a soul.
Whoa.
So thank you, Haley. I'm happy your friend survived. A lot of times they don't talk about the kills you don't make.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
You know?
those are insane. I always I like hearing those stories. Those like, I got away. I can't believe I was going to be one of those 28 women.
Yeah.
It's like that Michael Jordan Nike ad where he's like, I missed 9,000 shots. And then he's just like, but he also made a lot of shots, but he's
Yeah.
talking about how much he misses in order to succeed. Also, sometimes you have to fail. So Ted Bundy was like, okay,
I got to get those reps.
I
in.
get
got to get those reps in. Got to go to the open, got to go to the serial killer
Yeah.
open mic,
yeah.
Gotten the serial killer open mic,
which was the Portland Community College, because of course he did a
Exactly.
lot of his murders over at FSU in Tallahassee.
Yeah.
Much bigger university state school. So he's starting with the community
That's
college.
true. And then he graduated upward.
I also love that this story shows you people that go to community college are not dumb.
Right.
They're not.
They are busy oftentimes.
They're
Maybe they have-
boss ass bitches.
They
They're-
got street smarts.
They got street
Yep,
smarts. They're
yep.
boss ass. Maybe they have a child or something, so they can't do FSU, live in a sorority.
Yeah.
Help guys with books.
They can't do it. How'd you get the books in the trunk? I fucking love it.
That's,
That's
genius.
great. Yeah, that's awesome.
I love that. Speaking of souls, did you guys see this interesting story? I just sent it this morning.
did. What is that about?
Scientists have said they have captured the end of life experience, and it proves that there is indeed a soul leaving the body. This is according to Dr. Stuart Hameroff.
Oh.
I love a good hammer off.
He likes to get his hammer off.
Yes, he does. Can't get enough of it.
Good. That's good.
He's an anesthesiologist and a professor at the University of Arizona. He explained that researchers placed small sensors on the brain of 7 chronically ill patients minutes before they were taken off of life support. So it must be interesting to be those people, be like, so what are these new probes for?
Right. And
You're
they're
like, well,
oh, it's,
yes.
don't, it's fine.
We're doing a study on if the soul leaves the body when you die.
It's like,
So is this how you're going to tell me that?
That
So
I'm-
I'm not going to make it.
so I'm not going to be able to see the results of this, is what you're saying.
So thank them for their service.
You're in a car with no passenger
Good.
seat right now.
Yeah.
Basically, how'd you get the books in the trunk? So it allowed them to capture the activity after each patient's blood pressure and heart dropped to 0. Dr. Hameroff said that he saw.
Of the famous hammer-offs.
Oh, you know the famous Hameroffs. Yeah, they
Yeah.
had that bootleg tequila that made everyone blind.
Yeah.
Really a fantastic family of Hameroffs. Get the hell out of here. So once they were, again, flatlining basically, he saw everything go away, and then there was this burst of activity. This is what he says. He says that could be the near-death experience, or it could be the soul leaving the body, perhaps. Dr. Hameroff believes that consciousness happens at a deeper quantum level, arguing it comes from a quantum process inside microtubulars.
Ooh.
Those are tiny structures in the brain cells, rather than just large-scale electrical signals between neurons. So the research has shown this burst of energy that takes place at death. And he says if we were to bring the person back to that time, that would then facilitate a near-death experience.
Yeah.
So that's when you have those
What?
experiences like, I was in the corner of the room and I saw Dr. Hameroff licking my toes.
Oh, no.
You imagine that? Your near-death experience is just you getting molested by the doctors?
Yeah. And then like dentist visits.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I don't like the dentist.
I haven't gone in 20 years.
Me neither.
Oh, I'm to the point now of no return.
I am too, honestly. I'm surprised that I have a little zombie tooth going on in there.
Yep.
I haven't been there since they told me I needed to remove it. And I was like, nah, I kind of like it dead.
The closest thing I did, I just did a YouTube thing on what's a root canal.
Yeah.
And then
No. Oh, and then you see it, like it like just does it. It does like the CGI, like the way they take the whole tooth
Yep.
out, grind things down.
Yep.
Just, oh God, absolutely not.
No, it's heinous, and I
No.
feel like my teeth are just sort of eroding, but they seem to get sharper.
They do. Yeah.
So I'm
Stronger.
actually chewing better than ever, which is very, very good. So
Take the wins where you can get them.
it's a dub. My tooth looks like a W, and it's a dub. Dr. Hameroff discussed the theory on the.
What if his name is pronounced like Hameroff?
No, it's not.
It's Hameroff. I don't know. He
Hameroff.
probably the family tried to smarten it up for a little bit because
Yeah.
they're like, "Yeah, we're the Hameroffs. We hammer people. Did you have a nail? We hammer the nail. That's what we do.
That's what we do. Maybe there should be like 2 dots over one of the letters to make it sound
Like an umlaut."
exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
No, he's a Hameroff, and he discussed the theory on the Science Channel's documentary Through the Wormhole. Which I've seen that documentary before. Watch out.
Pornhub.com.
He says, let's say the heart stops beating, the blood stops flowing, the microtubulars lose their quantum state. The quantum information within the microtubules is not destroyed. It can't be destroyed. And it just distributes and dissipates to the universe at large.
This is why I was never a good student. I tuned out halfway through that. Can you?
What do you mean was it the microtubules?
That's exactly.
It's fucking tubular, man.
Yeah, it's somewhere between that and I don't know.
What do you mean? It says basically that the energy just goes into the universe. It dissipates
Yeah, no, that,
into the universe at large.
Yeah.
you just repeated words.
Yes.
Well, that's called talking. That's what speaking is. It's repeating words. Kyle's trying to teach his son right now.
Yeah, exactly. The microtubulars when we all die.
That's going to be his first word is microtubulars. Damn it. This is science, damn it. This is the dailymail.com science.
yes.
Oh, right. Oh.
So science.
Yes.
Yes. If the patient is not revived, can you follow? Then the patient dies. It's possible that the quantum
they can
information.
rewind it?
Yeah. It is possible that the quantum information can exist outside the body, perhaps indefinitely, as a soul. That's the point that I'm trying to make.
Yes.
Oh.
So anyway, Hameroff did it. He's figuring it all out. The patients included 2 males and 5 females, ranging from 34 to 74.
Right. But then some of them aren't dead?
They're all dead.
Well, then what about the ones with the near-death experience?
Well, that's something you can watch on YouTube. People have near-death experiences all the
Yes.
time. And I love watching.
I thought they were part
No,
of that
these are all
study.
dead. They're dead. They never came back.
Oh. Well, then
'Cause
how do
they're-
they know that they can reverse it into making it a near-death experience?
From other people's experience.
So they're saying if you were able to reverse it, that would then be a near-death
Oh.
experience. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we have souls. That's the whole. It's supposed to be uplifting,
oh,
and it just
okay.
turned into a
Yeah.
massive argument.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be an
You're
uplifting.
the one
story.
that's upset.
I'm not upset. I'm just.
That I've
Oh, I
never
can't-
been a good
it's-
student.
I just.
I'm going to ask a lot of questions that you're going to be like, yeah, I already said that like 4 times. And be like, yeah, I'm not retaining
Yeah,
it
but
still.
you're like, I want it in your own words, Benjamin.
Yeah, exactly. I want
That is my own words.
It's called, it's called elaborating. It's
I
like
only-
I didn't understand it the first time. So
I only
like,
pick a couple of words from the article.
Yeah,
And I fill
yeah.
in everything else. You think that they made fun of Dr. Hameroff?
In the Daily Mail,
Hameroff.
yes.
I'm going to stand by Hameroff.
The name is Dumas.
Dumas. They say, of course, the patients died, so we have no confirmation that such experiences occurred. So the whole thing's bullshit anyway.
Ah, fuck.
Okay, fuck the whole thing.
God damn
I
it.
try to bring science news in, and then, all of a sudden, microtubules.
Try to understand.
Well, we have a soul.
I could have told you that
Yes,
because I look at everyone right in the eyes
I know.
before I smack them.
And I do think that there is something to people who have, like, sometimes you look at someone, you're like, where is it?
Yeah, sometimes people have like these hollow eyes. There's just
Yes.
nothing there.
Indeed. Well, let's do this story. It's much more human. Let's talk about this drunk Hooters waitress.
Drunk Hooters
The
waitress.
drunk
Yes.
Hooters waitress.
That's what I've been waiting for.
So we have some audio here. Kyle, can we pull this audio up? This woman did her best to get out of a DUI.
Yeah.
Oh, good
And
for her.
I'm sort of proud of her.
Yeah.
I think, she really threw it all at the wall, but unfortunately nothing stuck.
Like pasta?
Yes, like pasta. However, she has avoided jail time for her DUI. But can we play the sound?
We can.
Oh.
There's going to be a little advertisement first, so I'll keep it down.
Okay, keep it down for the ad.
Yeah.
So her name is Sophia Gabriel Ross. She's a Hooters waitress, and she is quite cute. And
She's adorable.
Yes.
She's so pretty.
And she was flirting with an officer in Sarasota, Florida.
That's what?
Exactly.
I was just there.
This could have been you.
It could have been me. I have never had the balls to try to flirt my way out of a ticket. Ever.
It doesn't work anymore, does it?
I don't think
cops have the body
I've never even tried it, so I wouldn't even know if it ever would have worked.
God knows I have. No, actually, when I got my DUI, I was 19, and technically I was the sober driver, and I blew 0.7, but because, or 0.07 or whatever. Because,
The cop's name was .07.
Yes. But, yes, he was the world's dumbest James Bond. But because I was underage, they're like, it doesn't matter. You are going we're going to give you a D-dub. So anyway, then it was crying and stuff. It was awesome.
Oh,
They went to take my blood. I was like, we're doing this?
Whoa.
And then the guy was like, hey, can you walk in a straight line? And I was like, I couldn't do that if I was sober.
Hey.
I made jokes
man.
and the whole thing fell apart.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So anyway, she was in front of a judge. The judge says you get, you do not have to do a 60-day jail sentence, but you do have to do some community service, and she has 1 year of probation. But let's
She already works at Hooters. I would say time served on the community service.
Solid point. Solid point.
We're gonna make out here.
Okay.
Gonna make out here.
No, we're not.
Turn off the lights.
Stop right there.
Turn off the lights. We're gonna make out.
Wait. Stay right there.
Oh, it's
Okay.
my bed. It's my bed. I gotta pee, bro.
I know. I have to pee as well.
bro. I gotta
He says I have to pee as well.
The bro
Do you want
is
to try
so
this
Florida.
first exercise for me?
I will do anything for you, Daddy. God damn. You in that suit? I'll do fucking anything for you.
Can you put your feet together
I'll put my feet together.
and your hands on your
Come
side?
whatever you say, Daddy.
Okay.
I'll put my hand on my hip.
No, I was grabbing my flashlight.
Oh, whatever you want, Daddy.
Before we start,
Hey, fair shark.
are you wearing
Fair
contacts right now?
Are you wearing contacts?
She showed her boobs.
She
flashes it.
Wait, you see this? I am wearing contacts. Do you see this? I am wearing contacts. I am wearing contacts. I swear to God, I'm wearing contacts.
Hold on, I want you to think for like 2 seconds.
I am wearing contacts. And you might have glasses, but I am wearing contacts.
Tell him,
Sophia.
girl.
I swear to God, I'm wearing contacts.
Like 2 seconds.
Why are you such a nerd, bro? Don't be such a fucking nerd, bro.
Oh,
He's
she
such
flipped on him.
A nerd.
Why are you such a nerd, bro?
Because it wasn't working. She's got to switch.
That is hilarious.
She's got to switch it up.
That was magical.
It really was.
Legend, dude. Legendary.
Anything for you, Daddy. Oh, it's giving me chills.
Why are you being such a nerd?
I have PTSD from all this kind of shit. Why are women so scary?
It's terrifying. I love
If I was
it.
that cop, I was like, can we just have a shootout? Like, what is that? I don't know how to deal with all of this.
I was never trained for this part. Jesus.
She filmed a sober thing. I don't know if.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I want
I
to
haven't seen
say is that I really want people to learn from my mistakes. I do have a lot of people, reiterating the fact that it was a stupid decision. It was a poor choice.
Yeah.
But I think it's really important to, I've been trying to stay positive. I think it's important to stay positive about the entire thing.
She probably got like 1 million OnlyFans offers.
I'm sure she
She
did.
really did.
Also,
Yeah.
yeah, we can keep on playing it. I don't think she was drunk. That sounds the same.
She does sound a little bit the same.
And,
No, she
I
was
do have a
definitely
really
drunk.
good support system, friends and family.
That's just the Florida accent.
Everybody just
Right.
kind of telling me to use this opportunity.
You have friends and family and we're talking
send
like
a
that?
positive message out there. Like, I was dealing with a lot of mental health issues.
Oh, God.
Environment doesn't always look like hiding out in your room and being depressed. And You know, sometimes it looks like being a party girl and having the time of your life.
All right. I'm proud of her. She's doing the whole North Korea's fantastic hostage video that you have to do in modern society.
Not for nothing, a lot of women in Miami too struggle from the same symptoms.
I believe her completely.
Of partying too much and being damn depressed over it.
I completely and utterly believe her.
They say bro a lot. Like, bro, why are you such a nerd? The nerd? Calling a cop a nerd is the best thing on the planet.
It's my favorite part about it.
Oh my God.
Because he was being a nerd, because he wasn't even trying to fuck her.
He was being dork.
Oh my Lord. Well, anyway, just another day in Florida.
He did it very well.
He did a very good job.
He was probably like, God damn this body camera.
I think that would have been a big problem.
Yeah.
The whole situation
Yeah.
seems like it could have gone horribly, horribly wrong.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
glad she's okay.
I'm happy she's fine. I mean, she was the drinking. She could have killed somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Or he could have been a lot harsher with her too.
But if she did kill somebody's like wife, and then he was like, hey, you need to apologize to me. And she's like, hey, daddy, I'm sorry. And then he's like, all right, fine, you can be my new wife.
Yikes.
Thanks for killing her.
The start of a horror movie.
You never know. I bet you some people have died in car accidents.
Yes, they have.
I was just saying, I bet you sometimes some bad people have died.
Yeah.
But, that's not good to think.
Yeah, no.
So I'm going to try to keep that thought inside.
Yeah. Go ahead and crumple that up, throw that away.
Right, because it's never good to...
Throw it in the wastebasket.
You never want to have people die in car accidents.
Yeah, no.
And then think about the net positive.
Well, I'm sure there's like a lot of people that are like bad people.
Yeah.
As well.
For sure.
But then there's like good people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. One person got killed by that Caitlyn Jenner gal.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of, let's go on to a little bit of a horror story.
Ooh.
Worst ways to die.
Oh, my God.
I would actually put car accident up there. As a man who's driven all across this fine land, I've seen a couple of crazy car accidents where I'm like, that's a no one survived.
Yeah.
That's a loss right there.
Drowning, buried alive,
Okay.
burning alive.
Really? Those are your top three.
Yeah, those are the things I'm absolutely terrified of.
I'm going to go buried alive on top of all that.
Yeah.
Then drowning. And apparently when you're lit on fire, at some point the fire singes all your nerves.
It takes a little bit, though.
It does take a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Ugh.
But that's why that woman in the New York City subway, she was just like standing there at one point being
Yeah.
like, hey guys, anyone want to help? And the cops are just like, you call me daddy. I would help if you flirted with me a little bit, woman on fire. This tourist died in a horrific way. It was in India. It was at a bird sanctuary. He was killed by a swarm of bees.
The birds and the bees.
Ouch.
Indeed. So he was 44 years old, and he was apparently hit in the head while he was visiting this sanctuary. And then he suffered a large range of stings. And officials say they were called to the summit of the towering Karnala Fort, where the sanctuary sat, after receiving multiple distress calls. At 11 a.m., we received a call from the fort area stating that there had been an attack and many were injured. It took us around 45 minutes to reach the spot. The rescue team then found many with bee sting injuries and a man lying unconscious. Around 10 people were cowering on the ground as the aggressive bees swarmed above.
Wow.
So it's a horror film.
That is really, really horrifying.
There actually is a horror movie called Bees. You ever seen
Really?
it? Yeah.
No.
The one starring
Bees. It stars
Starring
Bees.
the bees.
It's not Jerry Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld?
No,
Is it that one?
not Jerry Seinfeld.
That's the first movie.
We
Isn't that called Bees?
We have a Jewish story coming up, but no, Jerry Seinfeld. It was, although I don't remember his character.
He was a bee.
He was a bee, and then he was like, fuck them all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What, Macaulay
Weird thing
Culkin?
about being bees?
Yeah.
People are talking about my girl in the chat.
Oh yeah.
He needs his glasses.
Oh.
My Girl was one of the saddest movies of all time.
Dan Aykroyd is just like, I embalm people for a living. Who cares? Move on.
Yeah. Definitely made me scared of bees and glasses.
Yeah.
Oof, yeah.
But then Macaulay Culkin's, am I having a stroke?
Yes.
Yes.
Macaulay Culkin's next movie was The Good Son.
Yeah.
Where he was all bad.
Mm-hmm.
Can't say I saw that one.
That one was good.
Trying
He's
to kill Elijah Wood.
yes, he's like a bad boy.
Oh.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But then the one before that, he got stung by bees to death.
Yeah,
And that
that's
was
horrifying.
very sad.
Yeah, yeah. I've been stung by a bee once, and it was like on my thigh, and I like cried immediately.
Yeah, I hate it.
It's like it was horrifying. I felt like I heard the scream like come out before I like felt myself scream.
Mhm.
Yeah, we had a little, Kyle and I were talking about this. I had a little wasp's nest growing up under our front stair.
Yeah,
Those little bastards were everywhere for a whole summer. It's hard to kill them.
yeah. You have to get rid of the nest.
But now, of course, we have to be very respectful of the bees. They're good for the ecosystem.
Uh-huh.
Well, they've always been good for the ecosystem. We don't hate bees.
But do wasps-
we're just terrified of the. Yeah, do wasps count?
Do wasps count? Also, do they even make honey?
I don't know.
Wasps are worse to get stung by because they don't lose their stinger. They'll just keep going.
Yeah, they keep on
No
going.
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, because the bee, at least it's sort of an eye for an eye situation.
Yeah, they rip their tails out.
That's how much they fucking hate you.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm gonna die killing you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a suicide bombing.
Yeah, always.
So everyone was safely evacuated from the no-go zone except for the prone man who laid down. His name was Sandeep, and he was knee-deep in trouble.
Oh.
Wow.
So
He was bee deep.
he was left unconscious after tripping and falling over in the chaos when the bees first started attacking. So everyone's like, bees are in my hair. And then they have a stampede. And dare I say, people, are we not truly the swarm in this situation?
Yeah.
The fall left him with a nasty head injury. So he was pronounced dead when he arrived at the hospital. The dad's official cause of death has not been discussed, but it does seem as if the bee stings certainly did not help.
Oof.
So it was the bees.
It could have been the head injury.
It could have been the bees.
Maybe it could have been the head injury.
So last year, a man suffered multiple organ failure
Ooh.
and nearly escaped death when he was stung by a giant honeybee.
Oh.
Oh,
So a really
boy.
big honeybee.
So what does that mean?
Well, he was a 60-year-old Somalian man, and he was stung multiple times. He arrived at the hospital suffering from shortness of breath and also not being able to pee properly.
Oh no.
Yeah, so he's like, my piss is all messed up.
Yeah.
I can tell this is different.
This is bad. I better go to the doctor. My piss is it's talking back to me. So medics noticed that he had multiple red marks all over his body, swelly, puffy eyes, difficulty breathing. His blood pulse pressure and blood sugar levels were also higher than normal.
Mm.
Because he stung him with honey.
Yeah, and he was pissing all weird because of it. Oh, maybe
Yeah.
it was. He's peeing honey,
He's being honey.
Oh.
which that, my friend, is a gold mine.
Ouch, though. Ew.
That's a new level of dehydration.
Isn't that technically discharge?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Between 2 and 9 deaths are from bee stings in the UK happen every year. So, yeah, we need to start thinking about that. This is according to the Institute. This is the National Institute for Health and Clinical Excellence, also known as NICE.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's the acronym is NICE, National Institute for Health and Clinical Excellence. Okay. Come on. They say wasp stings in the UK cause twice as many deaths due to anaphylaxis as bee stings.
Because they can just keep going and going and going.
How do you say that word, Jerry? You're smart.
No.
Anaphylaxis.
There you go, Kyle.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you.
He grew up in Boston near Harvard Yard.
Yeah, anaphylaxis over here.
Anaphylaxis.
So be very careful if you're out there walking around and you just see a bunch of bees. You say, oh, look at those sweet bees. I'm going to go give a hug to that bee's nest. Don't do it.
Yeah, maybe not the best idea.
Don't do it.
Maybe reconsider.
I could put a nipple on that bee's nest. I'd suck on that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I've never seen a bee's nest that is perfectly shaped in the way that they're shaped in cartoons anyway.
No, they're always all weird because they put them in the corners.
Yeah.
But the insides are immaculate. It's crazy.
No,
The
yeah,
actual
they look
honeycomb
beautiful.
thing and everything.
Yeah, they are.
It's so crazy. They didn't have to go to trade school. They just know how to do it.
Yep. I'm going to marry the queen.
Yeah.
I'm going to go in there, find the queen, propose to her. Now I'm king of the bees.
If you do that, then they're probably gonna like swarm you and like do that thing where they heat you up.
They cook you.
Yeah.
they cook
That's
you.
the scariest thing.
I don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would take them a long time. And that whole time I'll be like, I'm your king.
Yeah.
Show me some goddamn respect. Where's my honey?
Yeah.
You know what I watch a lot is the Winnie the Pooh clips.
The horror movie one?
No, the funny one.
Christopher Robin.
Oh my God, that was
I
terrifying.
think it's Ewan McGregor. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
It's really
okay.
cute.
That one's cute. That one's really cute.
That one made me cry.
But the last one I saw was the horror movie one.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
So
That one made
weird
me
and
cry because it was so bad.
It was so weird.
It wasn't-
so weird.
Yeah, they took out the magical elements of it all. I thought it was going to be like actually what it was supposed. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Well,
Now
weird
that-
and demonic.
Piglets
You
out.
left me, Christopher Robin.
Yeah, it's like, get over it, buddy.
Seriously.
Yeah. Well, that explains why it's no good for climbing.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Your ladder's broken.
Well, it's not a ladder. What does he say? It's not a ladder. It's a cupboard.
Yeah. He's like, that's why it's no good for climbing.
That boy,
We're weirdly good at that.
yeah. Anyway, if you do get stung by a bee, you're going to feel dizzy, nauseated, or weak, and you might have cramps or you might have a bunch of diarrhea, and again, your pee is going to be all weird.
Yeah, like a shower faucet that you like adjusted, turned the other way.
Maybe frothy.
Set to spray.
Exactly.
Yeah, which I never understood that one.
I didn't really get that one. I don't really get that one either. I get the targeted one because masturbating.
You do that.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a detachable one, but that's what it is technically for.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's what it's technically for.
It's what it's technically for.
I think that's just a pleasant side effect. Not
Yeah.
the actual
No,
feature.
it was built by design.
I'm sure it was. This is the splooge. This is the
Yeah.
splooge setting.
Yeah,
You know, they say when chicks squirt, it's just pee.
yeah.
probably.
Well, whatever.
Let it all go.
I just singing in the rain. That's all I do.
Bring it on.
All right. Well, we've had a lot of fun so far.
Yeah.
But this next story, it's sad.
It's not fun.
It's also Florida, and it's racism.
Oh, come on. That's tacky.
I mean, this headline makes me uncomfortable. The
Yeah.
first two words, Florida Jew.
Well,
Oh
that's
my
on,
God.
That's on you. That's on you, Kyle. That's on you. So when you are a true racist, at least get the race that you don't like correct when
Yeah.
you go on a shooting spree.
Yeah,
Sure.
right. Because if you want, there's like, I don't like a specific people. It's time to
Right.
go shoot those specific people.
Like the dumpy dumb fuck from Wisconsin who shot up the Sikh temple, being like, they're all Muslim. And it's like, it's
Oh,
totally,
yeah.
like, you just shot up very
Well,
peaceful people.
yeah.
Sikh religion is all about love.
Yeah.
That's rough.
A Florida Jewish man, I'm going to change the headline a little bit because
Yeah.
it does open with
Florida Jew.
Florida Jew. This is a local paper.
Yeah.
Oh, that explains it.
Yes, a Florida
Yeah.
man, 27 years old. He was arrested. As a matter of fact, double check to make sure this story is real now that I'm looking at it.
It's just propaganda.
It should have started with the word bro.
Yes.
Bro, Florida Jew opens fire.
Should have
Yes.
seen this fucking Florida Jew.
Let's get a second resource on this just in case, but we'll see if it's real or not. His name is Mordecai Braffman. He was arrested for suspicion of attempted murder after he allegedly shot two people that he thought were Palestinians. It turns out they were actually Jewish.
Why did he? What?
The war is coming home.
The LA Times says Florida man charged with attempted murder. So yeah, it is.
Okay, fantastic. The LA Times just changed it up a little bit.
Yeah.
They didn't
This
go with
friggin'
Florida Jew. So this fucking Jew was trying to kill these other fucking
God.
but then there were other Jews. Anyway,
Hilarious.
according to the investigation, Braffman overtook the victim's car in Miami Beach, made a U-turn, exited his vehicle, and shot at them 17 times.
Jesus.
There was no prior or confrontation between Braffman and the victims. They did not know each other. So he just was like, those are Palestinians. I know them when I see them.
Yep.
Opened fire. And then the two Israelis, again, who he thought were Palestinians, they were fleeing from the car, one appearing to have bloodstains on his shirt. And then another victim was shot in the left shoulder, while the other sustained a graze and a wound on his arm. Braffman allegedly drove home after the shooting, where he was arrested shortly after and has been charged with attempted murder. While police have not officially identified a motive, it should be noted, this is what they say, it should be noted that while in custody in our interview room, the defendant spontaneously stated that while he was driving his truck, he saw 2 Palestinians and shot and killed both. So he was wrong on every front.
Yeah.
He didn't even kill him.
Wow.
Oh my God, Braffman, he's a plumber, and usually I respect a good plumber.
Yeah. They do the Lord's work.
They really do. I had someone unclog my drain recently because I can't do anything.
Yeah.
Which because I literally texted my brother to be like, "Can you help me call the doctor?" I'm a fucking moron.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you're like, "Oh, you're talent." So that was kind of nice. That's a nice way of saying stupid.
Yeah, pretty much. And I was like, you gotta have someone call the doctor for you.
It's scary.
It's weird. There's a lot of doctor talk.
A lot of doctor talk.
A lot of documents involved. Then they ask you for insurance things. And you're
Speaking
like,
of-
my what? I don't know.
Insurance.
What's the deductible?
Oh my God. Sounds like a great place to eat. Come out to deductibles. Ooh, we have pancake bowls. Imagine that, a bowl made of a pancake and there's cereal in it.
Deductibles.
Yeah. That explains why they don't work very well. So he's a plumber. He was previously interviewed by Florida media in 2023 after vandals targeted a Miami Beach bagel shop displaying an Israeli flag. He said at the time, "It's just horrifying. I'd like to see more unity for people to fight less with each other and be more together." Mm-hmm. That was in 2023. Mm-hmm. And now in 2025, he's shooting at 2 Jewish people who he thinks is Palestinians.
That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, my God.
He lost his way. Mm-hmm. Title should be Florida Man Lost His Way.
Yeah, he really did. And
I'm glad that the 2 non-Palestinians survived.
Yes, that is very good.
Yeah.
And it's very good for him because he's going to get some time.
Yeah.
But not as much as if he would have killed both of them.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Not that I give a fuck because this guy's obviously unhinged.
Yeah. The LA Times is saying that his attorney was saying that his client was experiencing, quote, a severe mental health crisis at the time, which you got to appreciate the spectrum of mental health crises where you can either be wanting to suck a cop's dick to get out of a DUI or you're trying to kill Palestinians
yeah,
on the Florida boardwalk.
You know, it sucks. They're just taking they're just hopping on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
Everyone is just crying mental health. Mm-hmm. And as someone with mental health issues, I'm offended. I don't use those. I don't, like a good mental health patient, I don't tell anyone that I have mental health issues. Except for all of you guys right fucking now.
I keep it in.
But I don't fucking... Come on.
If you have mental health issues, it might not be your fault, but it's your responsibility to take care of it.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Very brave.
Yes.
Yeah, good for you.
Very, very brave.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
and for
indeed.
now, learn how to, if you're in Florida, learn how to fix your own toilets.
I'm neurodivergent.
Oh, not
That's
those.
what everyone says.
That's what I say.
Some people say that.
I am neurodivergent.
What does that mean?
I mostly,
My brain's different.
it's like, sort of like, I have to text my brother to help me call the doctor.
Right. Got it.
Yeah. All right. Last question. Let's do a toss-up.
Uh-oh.
The Steroid Olympics. This has raised millions of dollars from backers, and now it's led by Donald Trump Jr. as one of the investors. Of course, Donald Trump Jr., he knows a thing or two about taking enhancement drugs, specifically when it comes to hunting. He does the big game hunting, which is the steroids of hunting. He goes out to like Africa. They drug an elephant. They bring it out in front of him.
God.
And then he shoots it in the head and he takes a picture. He's like, "I did it, Dad.
Yeah.
Do you love me, Dad?"
Oh my God, that's disgusting.
Between Shane McMahon and Donald Trump Jr., those are the 2 most desperate people in America. Desperate sons in America. America for their father's love.
They're just like on earth demons.
I feel like this entire thing could just be solved if Trump just hugged his son.
Like once.
And then, like, maybe everything would kind of be slightly less aggressive.
Yeah, instead of his daughter so goddamn much.
Well, he wants to have sex with her.
Yep.
I mean, she is a cutie pie. I met her once.
She is very pretty.
I met her one time. And this was before all of that stuff. They were eating down in Wall Street. And I saw them all there. Just cute. Anyway, the Steroid Olympics, they have a double-digit $1 million cash infusion led by Donald Trump Jr. The funding is a big deal. They say getting the Trump name behind the enhanced games was a monumental effort. This is now a very American project. And what they want to do is they want to have a bunch of people all jacked up on steroids. And the events are track, swimming, weightlifting, air quotes, combat, and gymnastics. It'll take place later this year in a warm U.S. city.
What? Isn't this like incredibly unhealthy and probably illegal?
Yes, it's legal, but it's very unhealthy.
Because
Well, this was just professional sports in the 90s. Everyone was on steroids.
And it was a great
Yeah.
answer.
It was awesome.
It really was. And that's why it's like people are like Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa. They hit all these home runs, right?
Yeah.
And people are all mad at them. They're like, take their records away. But everyone was on steroids.
Yes.
So I think their record should stand because they were still the best of the best and everyone was juicing.
everyone was doing it. Okay. So basically, like, sports got like weird and they're like, no more steroids. And then
They had to
Donald
go to
Trump Jr. was-
Congress
Yeah.
to talk about it. It's so ridiculous.
Well, they did it with the WWE too. Congress
Yeah.
is like,
Yeah.
are those guys juiced up? And it's like, what the fuck?
Look at them.
Obviously.
What do you think? They'll die at 35 and they're fucking huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, well, that's not allowed. And then Donald Trump Jr. was like, well, then we're going to make a club where it is allowed.
Where it is allowed.
What? That's
And-
insane.
Sort of adjacent to politics here, they say we wouldn't have hosted the games in the United States if Biden was elected. So, you know,
We would have taken our steroids across the
we're
border.
going elsewhere. So I can't wait to go out to the bars that are located near the Steroid Olympics just to see all the athletes.
God.
Just fucking
It's
crazy.
going to be fights.
Oh, it's going to be mayhem.
Yeah.
It'll be like Fleet Week, but less gay. Or maybe it will be
More
equally
gay.
More gay. Yeah.
More gay.
I do love when the seamen get off in New York City.
Yeah.
It's called
Yes.
Fleet Week. And it's not a joke. They're just roaming gangs.
Yeah, they're just
Of-
like a bunch of seamen just
And
roaming
horny
around.
women being like, I'll suck all your dicks against your will.
Yeah,
They- like,
really
do.
yeah, pretty much.
And they're like, man, we're the Navy.
Yeah.
We're not the Marines. We suck each other's dicks.
Yeah,
We
seriously.
don't need you, pig.
Indeed.
Jesus.
So they say Silicon Valley CEOs were by and large Democrats until this election. And it was because of the Biden administration's deep antagonism towards the innovation and technology. That's why they wouldn't have come here. Apparently, the Silicon Valley CEOs, I'm sure that they are all Trump supporters at the end of the day because it's all just about money, despite what they say out loud. The goals of the game, also backed by Peter Thiel, who was the man who funded J.D. Vance's Senate campaign and really is part of the massive shadow government oligarch scene,
I could see that.
is set to break world records by allowing athletes to dope with almost any legally available performance-enhancing drug. They will also be paid handsomely.
Wow.
Whoa.
I'm not going to lie to you. I was watching Gladiator 2.
Yeah.
And I always
yeah.
confess I would be there in the stands being like, kill him. Can you kill him? I get it who I am. I am one of the people. They're like, you just got to give them food and drink and entertainment and they'll let you do whatever you want. I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Go fucking blow up. World blow up. I'm just going to watch my program and I'll blow up when it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, tracks for you.
I'm just in a phase.
Okay.
I'm in a phase.
You're in a phase. Yeah, kings get to be in phases back in the day. Or what are Roman gods?
Yes. And I'm nothing if not a king.
Right.
So they're saying that this is going to require medical screenings, including cardiac and brain imaging and heart rhythm monitoring. But this is going to be fucking exciting.
Yeah.
They're going to be real fast.
Yeah.
And they're going to throw balls and sticks real far. And
Real far, real high.
Yeah.
they're going to combat like a bunch.
Yep.
So-
they're going to be very large. It's going to be a lot larger than
Yep.
the usual athletes we're seeing that are just tall.
And the chicks are going to be all buff.
Yeah.
Like
oh
American
my God.
Gladiator.
Yeah.
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 So I'm going to watch it. Yeah.
It is probably going to be fun.
I don't watch slap fights.
Oh,
I don't watch
boom.
slap fights. I don't
There's
know.
no technique.
I don't know why that started and how that started
I don't know either.
and who made that and who decided they wanted to be a part of it.
well, the UFC owns it now.
Yep, it's for the Russians.
Jesus.
It's like the Russian states.
Oh,
They like
yeah,
to watch
yeah.
really stupid shit.
Oh yeah, I
that
sent you
makes
that
sense. That makes sense.
that link to the fighters. There was 2 giant professional UFC type fighters against 10 scrawny little guys.
Yep.
And the 2 guys ended up winning.
Yep, so that's what slapping looks like, everybody. It's not good. There's evidence when you get slapped. I promise. Those people are all fucked up.
Yeah, all knotted up and
Indeed.
bleeding.
The International Olympic Committee says our legacy incumbents that have a giant multi-billion-dollar century-long monopoly, and they're afraid of competition when it comes to the Olympic Committee. So the Olympic Committee they're not happy, and they say they feel threatened.
Yeah.
They should.
And then they're like, well, you're just upset because all of a sudden there's another group after all this time.
Yep.
And we say they can juice.
Yeah, and I would venture to guess that they're going to be using arenas that already exist. They're not going to be like the Olympics where they build all these arenas that end up becoming fucking ghost towns.
This town's
interesting. Yep.
It's what is it? 2028. The Olympics are coming to LA.
Oh boy,
Oh my
I'm leaving.
God, what are we gonna do?
It's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go on vacation.
maybe Spain. Spain is nice.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to bring my whole family with me. Well, Jerry's going to find. Well, I cut his nuts off. Shit. All right. The dog. Yes, not God. The dog. If I mention I'm cuddling with, that's the dog. Sleeping with the dog.
Balls cutting.
Yes.
The dog.
Yeah. No, you still got your nuts, Jerry.
Yes, thank you.
So we'll see what happens. It's going to be next year. And yeah, I don't know.
I'm looking forward to it.
He said McDonald's and Coca-Cola, they're going to be sponsoring the two drugs.
Of course.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. They're not going to be sponsoring.
Oh,
that's
this
a
is
plot
interesting.
twist.
Yeah.
It is a plot twist.
Those would be the number one people to support this.
Apparently, he expects the enhanced games to align better, I guess, with the Trump administration, because they got this Secretary of Health and Human Services in Robert F. Kennedy. He talks like all weird, but he is all buff and shit, and he's 70, and he killed a bear recently. Or he took a dead bear and dumped it in the woods.
Yeah.
What?
A bear child.
Yes. But they say when it comes to RFK Jr., they say he's in his 70s and he's doing pull-ups and going to the gym every day.
Yeah.
In a way that Joe Biden never could.
So
he's all jacked up, is what they're saying.
Yeah. So like Red Bull and C4 should sponsor this.
Yes. Yeah. Basically. So they say they've invested millions of dollars in the product and have admitted to using performance-enhancing drugs themselves. They argue that alcohol is a far more damaging substance, citing a 15-year-old study. But dare I say this, the Drunk Olympics.
Ooh.
It's the opposite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it could be fun.
Oh, it sounds hilarious, but I don't know, it sounds really risky, very accident prone.
Oh, that's the whole point.
Yeah. Everything's got to be like fluffed.
We did it in college.
Yeah.
You had the Beer Olympics, and then you play all these like table games, and then you have to run and then spin your head on a wiffle ball bat and then go run to drink a pitcher, and people fall and go through everything. It's hilarious.
That does sound like a college thing.
Yep. And the athletes for this will get a $1 million bag for a record. So if they break a record, they get $1 million.
Okay.
And there will also be events that have 5 to 6 figure upfront payments for participants.
Let's go.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, maybe one of us should consider it.
Yeah, maybe.
Does anyone want to juice?
Kyle can juice. Kyle, you got to juice.
I could juice. I could get swole.
Oh, boy.
They only have one athlete so far, though.
Okay.
Now, just one. It's a retired Australian swimmer, James Magnuson.
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, he said he'll do it. So they're gonna need to find athletes.
Yeah.
They offered him $1.5 million if he can shatter the 50-meter freestyle record.
On drugs.
On drugs.
Yeah.
On drugs.
Yeah.
He said, "I'll juice to the gills and I'll break it in 6 months."
I'm happy for him.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's
that is
amazing.
Awesome.
You're being encouraged to juice and then have a lot of fun.
That is the question. Is it going to be a bunch of old timers?
I mean, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
See a bunch of retired guys juiced up, fucking doing better than they ever did professionally.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's go to the chat for a second here to close her out. What do we got?
Lots of my girl talk.
Okay, very good.
People were talking about Death Proof when we were looking it up. My sister was able to fight a DUI because the cop wrote the ticket in her husband's name. He was not even there, but the car was in his name, so he fucked up.
Perfect.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
That is a good story.
That's uplifting.
A happy ending.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Tiff's mom used to flirt her way out of tickets all the time in the 80s.
Oh, that's when you could
80s
do
was
it.
probably the last time it worked.
You got big hair,
Yeah.
big old knockers.
The mental health excuse. Vanessa said, I should have used the mental health excuse when I was going to bars.
I'm going through something here.
Vanessa would not want to be eaten alive by a wild animal. That's her number one.
Oh my God, we didn't even talk about that story. There was a person who lost both their hands to a shark attack in what was it? Where was that story?
Whoa. No,
Yes, it was in Turks and Caicos.
Oh my God.
Dude was trying to feed a shark, and then the shark just ate both of its hands.
That is so scary. And you're severing both of your arteries in both arms. And the fact that you're able to survive that, there must have been someone right there to help him immediately.
Yeah, it was a chick. It was a Canadian tourist. She was 55 years old. She was snorkeling, and she went to go give the animal some food, I guess, and then it just took both of her arms.
Oh my
But she lived, thank God.
No, she's handless.
Yeah, she's handsless.
Yeah, Jeff said they should recruit the murderer guy with the blade legs for the Olympics.
Oh my God, Pistorius?
We will be covering him on Death and Entertainment this year. That is for certain.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh, it's so crazy.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you all so much for listening. We have more great stories to get to tomorrow. And yes, we'll be back. Anything else?
Vanessa said her biggest fear is sharks, and I realize how dumb that is since I live in Ohio. But sharks.
I love it. But they do say we kill many more sharks than sharks kill us.
I don't know.
Yeah, I believe that.
Also, you go to the water. I just stay out of the ocean.
Yeah, I'm a land person.
I'm a land person too.
Yeah.
And officially not an air person anymore at all.
Seriously, how am I supposed to fly to Florida again?
It's not. You got to. I don't know. We need a monorail.
Yeah.
We need the John Madden bus.
We do. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening again. Patreon.com/diebud. Also go to the YouTube page, shoot us an email, and hail yourself. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.